Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a end of the year declutter for 2019. I know it's 2020 now, but these are just products that I just decided, you know what, I don't want these in my collection. I don't want them in my makeup inventory anymore. And I will either sell them on my Poshmark, which I can have linked down below. Not everything, but some things will go on there. Poshmark only ships within your own country, so only Canadians can buy items off my Poshmark. But if you really want something, then send me a message on Instagram or something. I'm sure we can work things out over PayPal. Other things are just really old and are going to get tossed, or I got for free from places like Influencer. I obviously can't sell those. My friends and family will pick through this, that sort of thing. But if you see something that you really do want, then just let me know. My mom has already kind of gone through here. So this box did have more items in here than what I'm going to be showing you, but my mom did grab a couple of lip liners and things like that that I got in BoxyCharm that were completely unused, sealed up. Lip liners is a category that I am just so over, and I want to really minimize that through panning. I don't want to use throw them away unless they expire. So when I was getting them in BoxyCharm, I was just keeping them like perfectly sealed to pass along. So I know for a fact that she took those, as well as a tinted lip balm, I think, and anyways, an eyeshadow maybe. I'm just going to talk about what is in my little box here. First is the Glam Glow Gentle Bubble Cleanser. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and Glam Glow is not cruelty free, and I thought, you know what, I will just use it up, move it out, it'll be fine. But I have so many cleansers in my skincare collection that every time I looked at this, I kind of felt guilty for holding on to it, because I haven't even opened this box. So this is something I'm going to try and sell on my Poshmark. I'm trying really hard to have a cruelty-free collection, and yeah, I received it in my BoxyCharm, but that doesn't mean I can't pass it along and not have to use it myself. Things that I have had for a while that have like this much left in it, I'm not just tossing and getting rid of, that are not cruelty free. But in terms of products that I received that are brand new, unopened, not cruelty free, I don't want it in my house. So this is going. I found this in like the bottom back drawer in my makeup storage unit. This is the Body Shop Sparkler All Over Shimmer in the shade Frosted Cranberry. I received this in like middle school for Christmas or my birthday. It's like a scented shimmer. You press this little puff here and it like shoots out. It's fun, it's cute, it's not something that I feel like I need, and it's so old that I think I will just end up tossing this. It says it has a 6-month shelf life. I've had this for over 10 years, so I'm just okay with letting this go. Maybe if one of my nieces or one of my friend's daughters wants it to play with it, I will give it to them. But I just thought that was hilarious that I stumbled across this when I was like pulling everything out of the drawers. Like, how did this even get in there? I have no idea. We talked about this in a Shop My Stash quite a while ago. I did stop that series for a bit to focus on my panning. But this is the Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights Highlighter Palette. I was at one point buying all of Kathleen Lights' collabs. She's still one of my favorite YouTubers. I just can't keep up financially, to be honest. And I was really excited about this because Kathleen's skin tone is the same as mine when I'm in the summer months. But even then, I could really only gently use this lightest highlight. Sometimes I could use the pinkier toned one, but did leave a shadow, but sometimes I just use it anyways. And my skin tone could never use this deepest shade here as a highlighter. And to only like barely be able to use this in like July and August, and even then they're kind of dark for me. I don't know why I held on to this for so long. So I'm ready to let this go and let someone with a deeper skin tone who maybe really wanted this palette get a chance to use it. It was limited edition, and it would literally just be a collector's piece in my collection, and I'm at the point now that I'm okay with letting this go. Last year I might not have wanted to, but she's leaving. This is an example of a product that I got in Influencer that it's not cruelty free. I can't sell it. If one of my friends wants it, then sure. If not, I'm just going to throw it out. I was trying to force myself to use it. I tried it in a spray bottle. This is the Clean and Clear Lemon Juice Toner. I forgot to say that. It smells like straight up like real authentic lemons, which is great that it doesn't smell like super artificial. It actually says it has lemon fruit in it. But I don't feel like it does a lot for my skin. It's not cruelty free. I was really like literally forcing myself to use it. I use less. I use about this much, and I'm done with it. I try really hard to not declutter too much and not be wasteful and use things up when I can, but I don't want to dread doing my morning skincare routine just for the sake of a product that I got for free. There's a couple of brushes in here. This first one is a jumbo kabuki fan brush from Crown Brushes. This was received in a BoxyCharm, and I just don't have a use for this. I tried it with highlight. It's way too big for that. I tried it with bronzer, and it's too fluffy for that. It's not really the right shape to set under my eyes, although it's really great to brush away fallout, but I have other brushes I can do that with, so I just don't need it. Same with this Bare Minerals Perfecting Face brush. This goes with one of their liquid foundations. You're supposed to put the liquid foundation in the center here and then buff it out, and I just never liked the way my foundation looked when using this. This is not their one for their mineral foundation. This specifically went with their liquid foundation, and I just don't like the brush. So I feel like declutter videos always come off as a little bit negative. Here is another non-cruelty free product that I got in a BoxyCharm that I just left completely sealed up. This is the Appeal Gel Liner in Desert Taupe, and this looks like a beautiful color. It would add something to my collection, but again, I decided to go cruelty free in January 2019. Anything that's come into my collection since then that I personally have like chosen to purchase has been cruelty free to the best of my knowledge. I have made mistakes throughout the year, but getting something in BoxyCharm that's not cruelty free, I don't want it. This Pixie double-ended liner is super old. I think I got this in 2016, and it's never been sharpened, so I can't even imagine the bacteria that is on either end of this. We have a champagne shimmery shade and then a nude liner shade, and I do not even have a sharpener that this will fit into. My son doesn't in his arts and crafts, and I'm not going to go out and purchase one when this is my only jumbo eyeliner like this. I'm not going to go buy a sharpener that fits this, and now I'm kind of grossed out thinking about how old this is once I realized the year I got this. So it's just, it wasn't even that great to begin with. It just needs to go. This is a little sample of the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. It has 3 other pods in here. I am currently using the Fairly Light Neutral shade. That is the lightest one, and it's still too deep for me even as a spot concealer. This does not have a good fair shade range. It doesn't really have a good shade range at all. Don't all those look pretty much the same? So I have no uses for these 3 pods here. If one of my friends wants it, then that's great. If not, it's just a sample. It can go in the garbage. This is another sample of the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, like the original one. I really don't like this for my skin. My foundation just slips right off of it. So I'm not going to keep a sample just for the sake of using it when it was free. This is the M Princess Melting Maple Loose Pigment. If you've watched my single eyeshadow collection, even when I open this so gently, steadily, it just explodes this really beautiful copper pigment everywhere. It's so messy that I can't be bothered to use it. It falls all over my face. When I finally get it onto a brush, it's all over my vanity, my pants, my hands, everywhere. It's just not worth it. I got this in an Ipsy forever ago, and it's not something I want to pan or use ever. This Bang Beauty Chocolate Gel Liner I received in a BoxyCharm. It sucked when it was new, and then I went to reach for it to try it as an eye base, and it is rock hard. There is no reviving this. It literally feels like a stone in there, and I didn't like it to begin with. So that is going to go in the trash. This Beauté, these are a little dusty, Beauté Basics Bronze Essentials palette. I tried and tried and tried to make this work. It's a weird palette. You can't fit your brush in any one side. You just need to kind of run your brush across it. These 2 highlighter strips here are just really chunky glitter. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, it has something funky going on over here. That's looking really chunky. Looks like hard pan maybe. The highlighter, the colors themselves are beautiful. That's the highlighter strip right there. But I just can't get this to ever look right on my cheeks. I wish that maybe this was a trio, because these 2 are the same, and these ones are close enough to the same that it was just 3 pans in here. But it's not my favorite formula, and I find it a hassle to use, and I never want to reach for it, so that needs to go. This Wet n Wild nail polish is in the shade Grapes of Wrath. This is old, and it's pretty full. I have a distinct memory of picking this up in a trio, like a bulk trio, all the same shade, which I didn't realize, at a flea market when I was quite young. I don't know if it would have been junior high or even before then. I don't know how this has stood the test of time, but it needs to go. Wet n Wild makes me mad to look at. That's one less Wet n Wild product I need to attempt to pan. Here we have another Appeal Cosmetics liquid eyeshadow. Appeal says that they're cruelty free to my knowledge, but when I looked on their website, they do sell mink lashes. So that's why I don't want them in my collection. So I got rid of the eyeliner, and then this is a liquid eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold. It looks really beautiful. I would probably really like it, but again, I don't want it. The Cover FX Glitter Drops. If you saw my review roundup video, you know that this was a disaster. I had to take all my makeup off. It's not something I can use as an eyeshadow. I am a busy mom with another baby on the way. I am not applying glitter to my collarbones and my shoulders and looking all sexy and cute for Instagram, which is all that this could do for you. And there are so many products that I would recommend if that is what you're looking for over this like $40+ product right here. I shouldn't have even opened it. I knew it was probably going to be a mess, but I was like, no, you really need to try it. It's in your collection. I did, and my suspicions were right. This is going. Almost done. We have 2 more things here in my lap. This has been in no particular order if you haven't noticed. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze. This is an OG product. It is very dried out. It's well past expiration. When I dig my finger into it, I can still get product up. I tried to use it the other week and it was so lackluster. It's not even like the proper color on the eyes that I remember it being. And it's not cruelty free. I don't want to pan it. I try and pan almost everything, but I just really don't want to pan this. It's pulling away from the edges. It's not worth it to me. So this is going to go in the trash. And last thing, this I just got in BoxyCharm. I can't find its cruelty-free status and I'm just not interested in keeping this in my collection. This is from the Brow Bar by Rima, the True Brow Makeover Kit. In dark is the colorway, and it's really cute. It sounds like it's a good idea. It has 2 long-wearing brow shades, a brightening brow lift, a sculpting mascara gel, an angled brush, and a flat brow brush. Like, it really is truly all you need if this is, you know, something you want. But it's a cute little kit. I'd rather just not touch it and give it away or sell it or something like that. These are very dark and very cool toned. This like brow lift creamy concealer is for like carving out your eyebrows, and I think like that's not for my skin tone. That's for someone with a medium skin tone, in my opinion. The brow gel I would probably get a lot of use out of, but I don't need, like, these are just pressed brow powders. I have plenty of eyeshadows and brow powders that would do the same thing. I just don't need it in my collection, and I also don't know its cruelty-free status. So this is the last thing that I have in my bin. As you can see, it's quite full. Hopefully you can see. I'm sure there are other things that if I spent a little extra time I could have decluttered. I'm sure there's some palettes I would be willing to get rid of, but this was just like, as I was looking at what I hadn't used, what's not cruelty free, things I have reached for recently, like the color tattoo that just aren't performing well and are also not cruelty free. I just, as I was shopping my stash like off camera, I haven't been doing that series. Just, if I didn't want it in my collection, I was just willing to let it go. So I try not to declutter a lot. You guys know that. I would much rather get my money's worth out of things, but I'd also like to not be miserable, and this has helped reduce my inventory numbers a little bit, which that video should be coming up soon-ish. And I really feel good about letting these products go. Let me know in the comments below what is the most recent product that you have decluttered. I would love to know what you are willing to part with. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!